Rohrabacher is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. Madam Secretary, you were a member of the Armed Services Committee in the Senate for 6 years, and you have also taken a great interest in foreign policy for many years, even before that. Is there any information about the interrogation of prisoners that you believed was kept from you as a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee?
Well, Congressman, as you recall, during the years I was on the Armed Services Committee, I was not in the leadership of that committee, nor was I in the leadership of the Senate, nor did I serve on the Intelligence Committee. So a lot of the information that has come out in the last several years was not shared with me. Okay.
So do you believe that information was not shared with the leaders of your committee?
I have no information on that, Congressman.
Okay. So today you're not confirming for us the charge that we've heard over and over again that the leadership of the House and the Senate were always kept informed as to the interrogation techniques that are now under attack.
I have no information. I think that the position that the President has adopted is in keeping with our values as a nation, and in keeping with laws that the United States had either promulgated itself or agreed to internationally.
The administration has released information that is somewhat detrimental in terms of as it makes it appear that we were doing some things during this war against radical Islam and the terrorists of radical Islamic terrorists. It makes it appear, at least, that we were off base. We were doing things that were not correct. That information, apparently, there are senior intelligence officers who are suggesting that release of that information may end up damaging our ability to thwart terrorist attacks. Do you have any comment on that?
Congressman, let me make 3 points. First, there is no doubt that our highest priority in terms of our national security is to disrupt, dismantle, and defeat the networks of terrorists who target the United States, our friends and our allies, people of humanity and civilization across the world. That we must do what is required within the law to achieve our objectives. You referenced the Senate Armed Services Committee. The committee has issued at least one, maybe more reports that have found that many of these actions or techniques were actually counterproductive. Now, I'm not expressing an opinion on that. I'm just referring to findings by the Senate Armed Services Committee. So let me just repeat finally what the President said. Number one, no one will be prosecuted who acted within the 4 corners of the legal advice that was given, following that advice, to perform any function that that person believed was legal. However, those who formulated the legal opinions and gave those orders should be reviewed, and the President has referred that to the Attorney General and has also said that there may be an opportunity for a non-political, bipartisan, I might say nonpartisan review to get all of this out in the open in the way that we function best as a democracy.
Well, Madam Secretary, getting all out in the open, Dick Cheney says that the documents that have been released by the administration tend to show a negative picture of those people who are protecting us against terrorists. And he says there are there are several specific documents that are being kept classified by the administration that would show that any time there was a problem, people tried to correct it. Are you in favor of releasing the documents that Dick Cheney has been requesting be released?
Well, it won't surprise you that I don't consider him a particularly reliable source of information.
Madam Secretary, I asked you a specific question. Dick Cheney has asked for specific documents to be unclassified. We're not asking for your opinion of Dick Cheney. about those documents. You want to maintain your credibility with us. What is your position on the release of those documents?
Well, Congressman, I believe that we ought to get to the bottom of this entire matter. I think it's in the best interest of our country, and that is what the President believes, and that is why he has taken the actions he did.
So you were.
The time of the gentleman has expired,
I would
and the
hope someone
gentleman
gets a follow-up.
the gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Payne, is recognized for